Now, I want you to put that thought right out of your mind. I'm not going to ask Max for a job.
But why? I mean, he's got lots of businesses and lots of connections.
Because Judge Carlin said I couldn't ask family or friends. Do you remember?
I remember, but I'm sure there's a way around it, Gabrielle.
I don't care if there is. I'm not going to ask him. I've already demanded too much already from him.
Well, you better get used to bussing tables and tell Wanda before she hires somebody else.
I can't do that either. My conscience is far too heavy. I don't want to add Wanda to the list.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to think of something, though, aren't I? Otherwise, I'm going to end up in Statesville.
That's enough. That's enough. Now, we'll settle this later.
I don't want to settle it now. Stop it! This is a private matter. This is between Clint and me, all right? I'm sorry. You are going to stop this now. You're upsetting Sarah and you are humiliating me. Please stop it.
Oh, I'm humiliating you?
Yes.
I'll tell you about humiliation every time I turn around. This man is messing around with my marriage. You just won't quit, will you? Go on.
You are coming home with me right now.
I'm not going anywhere till I get this settled.
We are going home.
Would you all listen to yourselves? You're blaming him and he's blaming you. I can't take it anymore. It's never going to change. No. Listen, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm not going to spend my life in the middle of a war between my father and your brother. Here, look, I can't take it anymore. I can't marry you. I'm sorry.
Sarah, just wait. I don't believe this. What the hell's wrong with you people?
I'm going with you.
No. It's best if Bo handles this alone.
You've gone too far this time, Clint. How dare you disrupt this wedding rehearsal?
You disrupted it, flaunting your hold over my
Oh,
wife.
for heaven's sakes, Clint, stop this.
Oh, come on, have the guts to admit what you did, Gordon.
Nothing, Clint, absolutely nothing.
Really? You convinced her not to go to Arizona with...
No, he did not, and I resent this public scene.
This is not public, Viki. This is family, for God's sake.
A family that's 100% behind you, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a church. Now, I was not warned by Sarah and Bo that there were problems with the families. I could have offered counseling.
No, Father, this is not what it seems.
No, we get along just fine, except the man covets my wife.
You're acting like a fool.
All right, if you will stop this instant, I'm going to walk out of here.
You're going to do what? And what? Leave with him? Go away with him?
Clint, calm down.
You gentlemen will have to settle your differences outside.
It's all right, Father. I'm going to go see about my daughter. Please don't cancel this wedding. Sarah will calm down and get back to you, and she won't be put in the middle of this nonsense again.
The sanctity of my family's not nonsense, Gordon. Do you hear me?
As you know, you were all invited to our bar after the rehearsal for our reopening. You're all still welcome. Meg and I are going to get out of here. Come on.
That's great, Clint. Very classy move.
I didn't set out to hurt your sister.
Yeah, well, you did, and it wasn't necessary. If you had some argument, you could have waited until after the rehearsal.
Please don't get into it now, all right? I know you're going to see Sarah. Just tell her. Oh, God, tell her we're so sorry and give her my love, will you?
I will.
Thank you. Go.
All right. I lost my temper again. I'm not proud of it. I'm sorry. But don't ask me to swallow the fact that they walk in the door like this and then Viki tells me she's not going to Arizona, that it's just a coincidence.
Clint, I have plenty of reasons why Viki changed her mind, and Roger Gordon's not one of them.
Thank you, Asa. Will you please listen to your father?
No. Now listen to me. If anyone's to blame for Viki not wanting to leave town, it's me. But there's no reason why I can't go to Max and tell him that you had to leave here.
No.
Judge Colin didn't say that I couldn't do it, so
Listen, would you please stop talking about Max?
Gabrielle, he loves you.
No, he doesn't love me. Not in the way that he loves Megan. He told me that we have no future and that we must go our separate ways.
Oh, no. I knew Megan was a problem, but... Well, I
I don't believe it's over with Max. I mean, I was there when he said he loved you on the witness stand. I mean, he's just confused and he needs time, but he does love you.
Please, let's not talk about Max anymore, right? The problems that I've got now are far more pressing.
Right. You're right. Well, you know that I've been working out at the sweatshop a lot. And I met this guy and we became friends and we were chatting. And I said that I might like to get a job. And he works in the set department on Fraternity Row. And he mentioned that there was this job in the costume department. Now, you wouldn't have to ask Max.
Deborah, I love you, and I appreciate your support. But I'm going to say this one last time. Let's not talk about Max anymore. And you're going to promise me that you will not go to him and ask him for a job for me.
All right. I promise.
Good. Right. Well, we should probably get going. I'm feeling the eyes through the back of my head from those people. But I'd like to say goodbye to Wanda first.
Go on. I'll meet you outside.
Sorry, Gabby. If you won't talk to Max, I'll have to.
Why don't you sit down? I'll make some tea or some hot chocolate or something.
You know what I don't understand?
What?
Why aren't you upset? Why don't you seem to care that our rehearsal and our wedding have just been ruined?
I am upset. I'm not allowed to cry. I never was. They said we're the branch out from some tree on either one of us if we ever shed a tear.
Oh, so that's why Clint is the way he is, because Asa beat him?
All right. I'm kidding.
Well, he's a bully and you don't stand up to him.
Hey! Are you trying to pick a fight with me now so you can pretend that I'm my brother and then you can fight it out with him?
No! Yes, maybe, I don't know, but somebody has to pay for this, damn it!
Clint is going to pay for this, honey, dearly. Vicky's going to see to that.
I don't know why I was so naive to think that if we had a big, beautiful wedding, that it would bring our families closer together and Dad and Clint would just be okay.
I felt the same way. I thought the same thing until Clint started yelling.
Yeah, did you see how humiliated Viki was? How could he do that to her, much less to us? You would never do anything like that to me, would you?
No. I'm sorry that your father brings out reactions like that in Clint, but believe me, Clint's humiliated too. They're losing control of himself like that. Okay. It's okay, honey. Listen, you have to calm down now.
How could I calm down? We're not getting married because of this.
Clint and your father are not going to live in the same house that we lived in.
Dad.
So why did you cancel the wedding? Because of them. Why did you give me your engagement ring?
Because they're never going to stop interfering with us. I'm not going to desert my father. You're not going to desert your brother.
So what are we going to do? So we're going to just desert one another? You love me? Huh?
Yes, I love you.
Well, I love you, too. And that's all that we really need. Our love. If my brother, if your father can't put their problems aside and just be happy for us, then we can just forget them. We will be married. We can live a very long and happy life together without either one of them, if we have to.
If we have to.
But we couldn't live a long and happy life without each other. Is that right? Okay. Then you just be quiet and kiss me. And let's get married.
Well, am I glad that's the last time I'm going to come in these doors and have an empty room.
Yeah, you have lost a little money, haven't you?
No. We've lost a lot of money. Because now the sign out front says, Max and Megan's bankrupt place.
Max, how can you joke when my sister is so unhappy right now?
Yeah, I don't know why your sister ran out like that. I think she should have just thrown out Clint and your father. That's what you would have done, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, sure you would. You're a fighter.
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
Yeah, you're a fighter.
You know, I think
I just don't think that Sarah was thinking. I think she was just reacting. I mean, she loves Viki and Clint. This is such a mess. This is so horrible. I mean, how could Clint do that? What is wrong with him?
Obviously, Clint's terrified about losing Viki to your father. I don't know, there must be something to it. I mean, before this, he's always been very secure with her.
Yes, but Viki would do anything for Clint. I mean, she said that she would move to Arizona for him. I mean, at least that's what she said yesterday. I just wish Sarah hadn't been so affected by this argument.
Yeah, she should be as tough as you.
What? I am tough. Why are you smiling?
Oh, I know, you're very tough.
I am tough.
Very good. Does that mean we can get back to the subject of my sign?
What about it?
What about it? Well, seeing as how tonight is the first night of this being our place, I thought maybe to commemorate the occasion, you could have a genuine, reasonable facsimile, otherwise known as a replica of our sign.
Well, isn't that sweet? Does this mean that we're, how do they say it?
Pinned?
Pinned.
No. It means we're hooked.
Oh, hooked. Yeah, I'd say I'm hooked on you.
Yeah. You know why?
No, I don't know why.
Just wait right here. Explain it to you.
You know, I have never worn a bar around my wrist before. This is a new one.
Love me.
Oh, you're livening up again. That's the way I like it.
Excuse me.
Debra.
Please, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to bother you. I really am, but I've got to talk to you, Max. Oh, please, let me guess. Gabrielle has a problem. Yes, she does. And Max is the only man in this whole entire world who can help her. Yep, I'm afraid so. Oh, how'd I get to be such a genius?
Please, Megan. Okay, Debra, what's the problem?
Well, Gabrielle may be going to Statesville after all.
I didn't mean to start a fight.
Darling, you did not cause
No,
this.
no, wait a minute. Just exactly what are you trying to say?
Look, I pleaded with Viki to stay here because I need her help for this 6-month sentence I have in the halfway house, and I begged her to try to give a little comfort to Court and CJ for me.
Well, now, isn't that interesting? You can run off to Europe without giving a thought to Viki or Cord or Clint Jr., but as soon as she wants to leave town, boy...
What are you doing? You want to start a fight with Dina now? Look, I think it's time we all be going.
Clint, take it slow and easy with Viki.
I'll call you tomorrow, darling.
Give him a chance, honey. He loves you more than life itself.
There's no excuse for what he just did. I don't even know what infuriates me the most. Your lack of faith in me. Your disregard for your brother and Sarah. Or the fact that you cannot control your temper and your jealousy. But I tell you this, that is the last time that you will ever humiliate me like that.
Now, wait a minute. Just hold it. What about my humiliation? What about my humiliation when you come running in the door late with Roger, all breathless and giggly?
Breathless and giggly?
Yeah.
No, Clint, that was all in your mind. We were late, that's all.
Why? Why were you late?
Why?
Why?
Well, that's obvious, isn't it? It took us a little longer than we anticipated to check out of the seedy motel room. That's the only possible explanation, isn't it? We were wrapped in each other's arms, couldn't tear ourselves away to come to a wedding rehearsal. A meeting that ran too long or some traffic on the highway. That couldn't possibly be the reason, could it?
It wasn't a centennial meeting. It was a discussion about Arizona.
Roger was not trying to talk me out of moving to Arizona. Clint, please try and understand this. I have had doubts about this move from the second I said yes to you, all right? And now I walk in here and you blithely announce that you have made plans for some real estate agent to sell my house.
Your house? All of a sudden, it isn't our house, it's your house.
It is the Lord home. It is the Lord family home. It is not something to be put on the market. It is something to be there for us, for always, for us, for our children.
It was just an idea, Viki. I didn't mean to start a war.
What was the thought behind the idea? Why in God's name would it even occur to you to sell our house? Clint, your attitude is frightening me so much. Why do we have to burn everything in our present? Why do we have to cut off all our options to the future just so you can play cowboy in the past?
Is that what you think I'm doing?
But it is what you're doing. You are so afraid of Roger Gordon. You have decided that we are not coming back to Llanview ever again, not even for a visit. Isn't that what's going on in your mind?
You know that I am jealous of your feelings for him. You know that I believe he is trying to take you away from me. We have been through all this, and yet you come through the door late with Roger in front of our family, looking like you two were the married couple. And then when you said you weren't sure about making the move with me, Viki, that was it.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Even though I have told you over and over again Roger was not the reason or the cause, you chose to believe that I am lying to you. You go wild with anger and with jealousy. You cause havoc and pain for your brother and for Sarah, both of whom you claim to love very, very much. Clint, aren't you starting to frighten yourself? Just a little?
Never mind all that for now, Viki. Just give me the bottom line. Are you moving to Arizona with me, or aren't you?
Gabrielle has to find a job immediately or she'll be sent to prison.
I thought she was working at Wanda's.
Well, she was working at Wanda's, but she had to leave because the customers were getting upset because she was working there. And then a reporter from the National Intruder came in and got Gabrielle so upset that she threw spaghetti at them.
Oh, well, I can understand that.
So now she's out of a job and the deadline is looming.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go say hello to Andy. Excuse me. So how's Al doing? Bobby's mother said that he could spend the night and we should all enjoy the opening of Max and Megan's place. Yes, well, it could now be called Max and Megan's and Gabrielle's place.
There's nothing I can do to help Gabrielle.
Yes, there is. There's an opening in your costume department in Fraternity Row. And Gabrielle would be perfect.
I can't hire her.
Well, Paradise, there's only one thing left for us to do, you know?
What?
Elope. That way nobody will be able to interfere with us. We can just go ahead. We can elope to the cathedral tomorrow and go ahead with our plans without anybody else knowing about it. No response.
I'm trying to talk myself into it. You know? No. Bo, I just want to have a big, wonderful wedding.
I know. Okay, then I guess that we don't elope.
If we could just give Dad and Clint some time to make peace.
Honey, listen. That could take a long time.
That could never happen. I hate it. I just hate it.
What are you doing?
Oh, Tina, it's you. I thought it was Yolanda.
Well, maybe I should call Yolanda. Are you hiding drugs or something?
No, never. It's a photograph of my kid, Sandra. She's 5 years old.
Oh, how stupid do you think I am? It's not against the rules here to have photographs.
Well, there is for this one. See, I gave her up for adoption, and I was real upset after I did it. Every time I'd see that photograph, I'd get hysterical. So Yolanda took it away from me. She hid it. I just found it, but I couldn't give up this photograph. I don't want to forget my baby.
Why did you give her up?
It's my sentence.
What do you mean? Your sentence, I mean, you're getting out, aren't you?
Yeah, but you see, they put Sandra in a foster home, and she wasn't happy there. When I was in Statesville, I used to cry about it all the time. So one of the matrons, Mrs. Sharp, she said that she knew people would help find Sandra a good home. After all, when I get out of here, I ain't fit for nothing. I ain't got nothing. Who knows if I'll ever have anything. I did it to give my baby a good life. I feel so bad for you. Can I keep this under your mattress, please? And if Yolanda finds it again, she'll take it away. I'll just stick it right here.
Listen, you know, we're not supposed to hide anything, and if they find it here and think I hid it, then I'm going to go to Statesville.
Garnet, what are you doing in here?
We were talking.
Tina, don't you have dining room detail?
Yes, but she was just telling me what my duties are.
Yeah. You set the table, you serve dinner, and you clean up.
I think I can handle that.
Fine. Garnet, go to your own room, please.
Right.
So where's your roommate?
I don't know. I guess she's still working over at Heavenly Ash.
No, she better get back by curfew. You get a job today?
No.
You'll wind up in Statesville.
I've already been to Statesville, believe me. I know what it's like. I don't want to go there, but nobody is giving me a break.
Time for you to get the dining room. You can practice your waitress skills.
If we could just give Dad and Clint some time to work this thing out, then we could have a big, beautiful wedding and all our family and all our friends could be there. Oh, God. I'm sure that's Dad.
Well, hello, Roger. Come on in.
Oh.
Sarah, honey. How are you two? I am so sorry about today.
Yes, well, so are we, obviously.
What happened after we left the church, Roger?
I left shortly after you did. My God, if I'd known how Clint was going to react, I would never ask Victoria to meet with me.
It's too bad that the two of you had to get there so late and then walk in together.
We didn't plan on it, Bo.
Look, I'm not going to stand here and try to defend my brother's behavior. But I think both you and Viki know his feelings. And I think that you could have been just a little more sensitive about them. And that's all I'm going to say on this matter. I'm going to go in the study now and make a few phone calls, cancel a few wedding arrangements. Roger, your job is to convince Sarah to marry me, whether you and Clint work out your problems or not.
Sweetheart, you can't postpone this wedding because of this problem.
Well, just how am I supposed to make my marriage vows when there's all this hate and tension? Daddy, did you ask Viki not to make this move?
When Victoria first told me about it, I told her that I thought it was a ludicrous idea. I didn't say anything at all today, pro or con. She brought up her own doubts, and I think she's entitled to them. Clint's forcing this move because of his exaggerated fears about me. And of course, if Victoria doesn't want to move, it's because of me. He's behaving like a child.
This whole thing has to be resolved.
Sweetheart, I'm sorry you got so involved. What you have to do is to get uninvolved. You and Bo belong together, and you can't postpone your wedding. Look, I want you to be happy.
No, the bottom line right now is not whether or not I'm going to Arizona with you. Right now, it's whether or not I'm going to stay married to you.
Oh, then I guess that means that you and Roger...
No, this has nothing to do with Roger! Damn it! Oh, God, this has to do with you. This has to do with you, with your attitude and your behavior. And the fact that you've turned into some sort of a macho brute, and you have totally lost sight of the understanding, sensitive man that I married.
Oh, I am the brute now, and Roger is the understanding, sensitive one, huh? No, wait a minute, Viki, wait a minute. I think you might have hit on something here, something that I haven't seen until just now.
What? What is it?
Roger is the man that you should be with. Not me, Roger. And if it hadn't been for your father, you would be with him if he hadn't gotten in the way.
But I am with you.
No, wait a minute. Just bear with me a minute here. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. You see, once in a while, I do some thinking that is rational. It just never seems to matter when things get in the crunch, because you see, when things get in the crunch, then I go a little crazy. But I was thinking about Cord's mother when she came to town. You know, when Maria was chasing after me because I was her long-lost teenage love. The only difference there was I didn't love her. Because the woman I grew up to marry was so much more than the girl I left behind. You were warm and sensitive, loving and kind. You're the most incredible woman I've ever met. And somehow you fell in love with me. And somehow you married me. And after all those years, I've never gotten over the wonder of that. You chose me. And I believed in that love. I never worried about it. I never even really worried about another man coming along. Until Roger. You know, when I met him, I had a gut feeling about him. Because he was your kind of fella. And then when we found out that he was your long-lost lover and Megan's father, well, and then that feeling grew, that fear grew. And then when he got sick and he practically died and you... We gotta face it, Viki, you're still in love with him.
I care about him. But I love you. I love you so much. And I would never betray you, ever. But you are betraying us by believing in your worst fears and fantasies, by acting as though they're coming true.
But they are coming true, Viki. I know it. I know it. Roger is a rival. He is a threat, and this feeling he has over you isn't just going to disappear. That's why I walk the floor nights. That's why I want to take my family and move out of town. And that's why I wanted to sell your house and never come back. I don't want to lose you.
What are you doing?
Here. Put this on.
Honey, where did you find this old thing, and how did you know it was mine?
I found this in the trash. And I knew that you were trying to throw it away without me knowing about it. I also knew that you like your old robe just as much as I like my old robe.
This old robe used to keep me very warm. Then I found you.
Why am I wearing this old thing?
Because we are going to play a little game. It's called Old Married Couple.
Well, I like the title, but it's not so funny today.
Well, it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be comforting. Like a long and happy marriage. Now. Yeah, that's good. That's good now. You're looking older and happier by the minute. Now.
I want to watch a little TV.
I'm going to find the Lawrence Welk Show somewhere on a cable station. A one, and a two.
What's on the tray?
Oh, well, since we are a very old married couple, only one way that we can get our kicks anymore.
Ice cream. My favorite. Give me a bite. Honey, I'm gonna love being an old married couple with you.
Like this.
Oh, yeah. Give me another bite.
So you won't give Gabrielle the job because of Megan?
Debra, I can't have her working at Fraternity Row every day. It wouldn't work for anybody. And besides Tanya, the costume designer, she's very temperamental. She wants to choose her own assistant herself.
So you're refusing to help?
It is a very big town. Gabrielle will find a job if she starts looking, trust me.
She's only got 2 days, Max. Please.
I'm sorry. I can't.
I just can't believe this. I mean, I've had arguments with my mother about you, saying, no, Max really does love Gabrielle. But I'm not going to argue anymore, because she's right.
Yes, at last. Look, I'm doing this as fast as I can.
Not fast enough. This is cold.
It can't be.
Where's my water?
Just a minute. Anybody else?
Oh, me too, please, Tina.
You're saying please to a baby napper.
Tina didn't do that. Gabrielle did.
All right. Tina just kept it a secret.
Martina, you're late.
I'm sorry. They kept me longer than I thought.
Look how my glass fell over.
You knocked that over on purpose.
Say what?
Look, she knocked over that glass, so I'd have to clean it up. I think she should have to clean it up.
Oh, Tina, Abby doesn't have duty. You do. Gabrielle, go get an apron. You've got kitchen detail, too. Come on, move it, both of you.
Yeah, and just don't touch my food and poison it.
You missed the spot.
Nothing lower than a woman who takes somebody's kid. She threw her food at me. Oh, it accidentally slipped off my
Darling, we can get through this very difficult period in our lives without yanking up our roots and moving west.
We did it when I was blind.
Yes, because then it really seemed to be the best thing for you. This time it's not best for anyone.
Viki, I just confessed my deepest fears to you. And you can say that?
Yes, because what you're talking about doing is called running away, and running away never works. That's something you're constantly teaching the children.
There are exceptions to that rule. Surviving is one of them.
But we can survive here. Clint, I said yes to you mostly out of guilt because you were desperate and I would have done anything just to calm you down and bring us back together again.
But now you realize you won't be seeing him anymore, and so you aren't willing to go through with it.
There are so many valid reasons for staying here. Our entire family is in turmoil, Clint. My sister and your son, they need us. They need us very much now. Tina especially needs me while she's sentenced to this halfway house.
Tina made her own bed.
Oh, don't say that! Megan is another reason for staying here. Look, for 25 years, I was deprived of having her in my life. Finally, we got to know each other. Finally, we are getting close to each other. But now, in your hurry to cut Roger out of my life, you're cutting her out of my life, too, and that kills me. It is killing me. She's my daughter. I want to be with her. Besides that, she needs me, too, right now. She's going through a very difficult time with Max.
Can't she cry on Roger's shoulder? He is her father.
I don't understand you. I don't understand you. 1 second, you are so vulnerable, you break my heart. The next second, you are as hard as granite. All right. Okay, if the people who are not your blood relatives don't make any difference to you, then what about the ones who are? What about your father, Asa? Asa is getting older now, and his heart is not that good. Our children are finally at an age when they can truly appreciate Asa and all that he has to give. You are slicing Asa right out of their lives. And while we are on the subject of our children, I want you to think back to breakfast and all the questions Kevin had about moving to Buchanan City.
I explained to him everything we'd be doing.
He's afraid to tell you this, but he's not at all sure about this move.
Since when?
Oh, Clint. After you left today, he came to me in tears. He said he wouldn't mind if we moved back to the ranch and we enrolled him in a regular school. But this plan about moving back in time and living as they did 100 years ago, he is so frightened and so confused.
I really think you're exaggerating.
No, I'm not. Look at your children. Kevin is a computer whiz. You know that. And this is the very first thing in his life that he has had this kind of enthusiasm for. Now you tell him we're moving to a town that has no electricity. Our children, Kevin and Joey in particular, they are products of a technological age. You can't just take that away from them and tell them they have to grow up the way Asa did. You may want that for them. They don't.
He'll adjust.
How can you be so selfish?
I have already told you why. If we stay here, I am going to lose you, Viki.
I doubt that will happen. On the other hand, you may very well lose me and the children if you pressure us into making a move when we are so unsure.
I will take that chance. At least that way I'll have a chance. If we stay here in Llanview, and Roger Gordon is around, sooner or later, I'm going to get a little too crazy, Viki. I'm going to step over the line, and you are going to end it. You are going to throw me out, and the marriage is going to go over.
No, that doesn't have to happen.
One way or the other, Roger Gordon is going to destroy this marriage. Now, I know that as well as I know my own name. Either pack up the kids and move with me, or I'm moving alone.
No, you cannot do that to us.
You don't leave me any choice, Viki. You don't leave me any choice. I believe this move is our only hope. I cannot stay here any longer and watch Roger Gordon destroy everything. Now, either you go with me or I'm going alone.
No, stop that! Stop it! I cannot stand this. Please, this is you. This is Clint. You stuck through everything. My God, you stuck through Nikki Smith. You never lost faith in me or yourself or us. How can you lose all this faith now?
I could fight with Nikki Smith. I could argue with God when I thought he was going to take you away from me a few years ago. I can't seem to be able to do anything about Roger Gordon.
No, you are overreacting to everything.
No, I am not. I am so close to losing you, Viki. I can almost taste it. Now, if you really love me,
If you really want us to grow old together, why can't you trust me in this and just leave town?
Because in your panic, you've lost sight of reality, Clint. Neverland is not going to solve our problems. From my end, it's only going to make them much worse.
Oh, why? Because you're going to be out there missing him and hating me because you're missing him?
Stop. This is enough. We have to calm down. We have to work this through, Clint. But we have to do it here in Llanview.
No. Either you move with me as we planned, or this marriage is over. What? It's going to be over one way or the other anyway if we stay here. So if you choose to stay, let's just call it quits now. I'll move the hell out.
Why are you so stuck? You know I can't give in to that kind of an ultimatum.
That's fine. Then you do what you want to do. I am leaving town. I have explained it to you. I have pleaded with you. You just can't seem to buy it. Viki, I don't know what else to do. I'm leaving town tomorrow.
No, don't walk out. Please don't walk out.